Welcome to the predicted starting 11 Saints away at Watford at the weekend. Back in the Premier League. In good faith, I haven't got the lottery machine this week, so let's get into the team. So starting off in the sticks then, I think we'll retain with Alex McCarthy. He's been speaking to the media this week that Forster's doing everything he can to encourage McCarthy to keep his place, and that's what it was when McCarthy was out of the team. McCarthy to retain against Watford and get some more clean sheets under his belt at the weekend. Into the back four then, and Pellegrino confirmed in his conference that Cedric PA and Wesley Hoot are all back in training. Now, by all means, from the clips and the images that you see on the social media channels, they look like they're in good fitness. So, in good faith, I expect Pellegrino to select his strongest available squad, although Cedric and Hoot will be assessed late on. But in at right back, I expect Cedric to be fit enough to start against Watford at the weekend. Now, Bednarek played at right back against Fulham. Clearly isn't a right back, he's a centre back, and Pellegrino admitted that he played out of position. Just asking more questions about his selection policy, playing players now out of position, but Cedric to come back in and offer some attacking threats, and which is what we've missed over the last few weeks when Stevens has been there too. So across into the centre of the defence then. Now, I think he will probably give Jack Stevens a rest, and he's played quite a few weeks on the trot now. And our club stalwart in Maya Yoshida, I think, will continue to retain his place and likely to captain the side against Watford at Vicarage Road. Now, he's due for a couple of mistakes over the season. Certainly needs to sharpen his tools if we need to keep another clean sheet at the weekend. Now, alongside him then, I expect Wesley Hoot to come back in to the starting 11. And as I say, he must select his strongest squad. Now, Watford have a few injury concerns of themselves, and we should be looking to exploit that and keep the strikers quiet. Wesley Hoot, clearly now our best centre-back at the football club since Van Dijk has left. Finishing off the back four then, and one of the first names on the team sheet, in my opinion, has to be Ryan Birch, and he'll play against Watford once again at the weekend, getting up and down that left-hand side of the park. Into midfield then, now it has to be the first name for me, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, has been excelling, exceeding expectations in the past few weeks and this season since he's come back to the starting 11. He was hooked off last week against Fulham. Chants from the fans, you don't know what you're doing, so it'd be a crime to leave him out of the first 11 this weekend. Now, alongside him then, in the heart of midfield, this is an area where Watford are weak at the weekend. They've got a lot of injury concerns and we need to be strong and confident. Now I'm going to go for a stab in the dark here. I'm going to go for Mario Lemina to come back into the starting 11. Has been missing over the last few weeks, only coming on as a cameo appearance, maybe still carrying an injury, but his strength and his ability is certainly what we need in the middle of the park. And I've got to say, I think Romeo has probably been quite sloppy this season, giving away quite a few balls, and we need to be tight at the weekend to make sure we push up that table. Into the attacking midfield then, first of all, on the right-hand side, has to be James Ward-Prowse, retaining his place after that clinical strike against Fulham. I thought it was quite scrappy in real time at the other end of the pitch, but on the replays it was quite clean and he struck it hard and low. He's been working his socks off over the last few weeks, relishing his chance in the first 11, and I think he deserves to retain his place at the weekend. Into the number 10 position then. Now this one is up for rotation every week, it seems, over the last few weeks. Rotating between Davis and Tadic. Davis played last weekend, so I'm going for a guess here and going for Dusan Tadic to come back into the starting 11. I'm not sure Stephen Davis has looked quite the same player since the disappointment of not qualifying for the World Cup. And Tadic has been making an impact, taking his chance when he's come off the bench, so hopefully Tadic can be an influence once again at Vicarage Road. And finishing off the midfield then, another position up for debate. Nathan Redmond was in this position last time we visited Vicarage. He scored 2 from here, but his confidence is completely shot at the moment. I expect him to start on the bench, so Sofiane Boufal to retain his place, and this is exactly what Pellegrino needs to do. He needs to persist with Boufal because he's got the tricks up his sleeves and almost scored another wonderful strike at the weekend against Fulham. On the byline, putting it back, turning the defender and almost just slipping it through the goalkeeper's legs. He got away with it, but Boufal to start at the weekend. And finishing off the starting 11 then, another position you could say up for grabs for rotation, but recently Shane Long has been in the starting 11. Looks like Pellegrino's finally found faith in him since he scored the goal against Crystal Palace. Not sure what's going on with Gabbiadini at the moment, but last time he visited Vicarage, he scored another goal during those 6 that he scored in his first of 4 appearances. So I think Gabbiadini start on the bench, but Shane Long once again in the starting 11. Let me finish up then with my prediction. And Watford, they're missing some key players in midfield, and that's obviously an area that we need to exploit. They moved the ball quite well and won comfortably at St Mary's earlier on this season. If we win, we pull them in to the bottom half scrap, and it slightly moves us away from the bottom 3. Gives us a little bit of breathing space. But Clive and I, we've been chatting on the match preview. He's gone for a ambitious Saints to win 3-2. And if you fancy goals galore, originally Ladbrokes will offer 28-1, but with your odds boost, you'll get that up to 33-1. So if you fancy a flutter and maybe try and win in a few quid here or there on Saturday, definitely stick a few quid on it. That wraps it up then for the predicted starting 11 to play Watford at Vicarage Road on Saturday at 3 o'clock. I'm going in good faith, so Mr. Pellegrino, if you make 5 or 6 changes once again, then the lottery machine will come back and I can't take you seriously anymore. Anyway, let me know what you think of the team in below. Which team would you select? We need a win at all costs. Leave us a like, share, comments and subscribe for more.